family. Welcome to your weekly spiritual guidance provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network. Today for this week of February 28th to March 6th of 2022. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. So wow, this week ahead, we're obviously first of all acknowledging that we're starting a new month. We're starting March. So this whole March energy is going to be completely different. So I would have to say that this is the start of the March week, even the first day of the week, which is the 28th. February is a very short month. It's one of the shortest months of the year. And I feel like what February was about was like just more about self-love, balance, self-care, and just doing more of the things that we love. This March now, starting with this first week of March, we are definitely stepping into more action-oriented energy. So this week, believe it or not, is actually going to be very action-packed and productive because we are working more for the mission. We've been given more tasks and almost like homework to do because God needs us to now speak our truth, now more important than ever. And this is not something to get overwhelmed or stressed about. If you do feel personally that you are carrying a lot of this energetic weight for your mission, God is asking us to release the worry, the anxiety of how this is all going to turn out, and even the timing of it. This is where we really need to surrender to what God has in store for His plan. And I know that for many people who would like to have control over their life, it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel out of sorts, and just like something's not right? But this is part of stepping outside of our comfort zone. And I do feel like this week also, is almost like starting this weekend, it's almost been feeling like a little bit like weird, the energy, like not feeling right. Something is off, right? But I feel like this week we're going to receive the clarity because this off feeling is only the transition that we're all going through to experience change. And whenever we are making changes in our life, it is going to feel weird, off, or uncomfortable. And these are just feelings that we're going to need to get over and just trust. Having faith and ultimate trust in God is what's going to help us to feel at peace amidst the chaos, the storm of the transition. Because when we are transitioning, and again, I've been saying this even in last week's weekly spiritual guidance, that was the transition week. And this week is like the continuation of it, but we are already here in this new changed vibe. And so I feel like this off feeling is going to go away a bit. But now is the adjustment of this new life, of this new habits, maybe a new routine that you set for yourself, or just whatever it is that you've been working on changing. Now is when we are actually in the change. So now it's about getting used to that new change, right? And God is saying that this is eventually going to become normal again, normalized, right? The more that we practice, the more that we just keep showing up as well to the mission, no matter what's happening in our life around us. Because I feel like this is also something that is coming up this week, and not to scare us and not to even deter us from showing up or doing the mission work, but in fact it's just almost to kind of confirm that what we're doing is correct. Because if you experience any sort of like confrontation or just difficulty in fulfilling your mission, you only know that it's because you have to just go at it stronger, right? If what I'm getting across is what I mean. Because when you're doing something right and it's different as well, it's not going to sit well with people who don't want to change, right? And that's absolutely to be expected. And that's not something to be afraid about or even intimidated about, or almost like scared away into like not doing it anymore just because things are not going how we expected, or even like 100% graceful. Because sometimes that's just not how the energy is. And if everything were just that graceful, which it can be, there are weeks when things are very graceful, and that's when you know that you're meant to be doing what you're doing. But if you know in your heart that you're meant to be doing what you're doing and things are not graceful, that doesn't mean that you're not doing what you're meant to be doing. Okay, so that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means that there might be just kind of like confrontation, or just, what is that word? Confrontation, and just almost like just hitting heads with maybe like just forces that are against what the mission is about, right? Which is God's plan. And ultimately that's of light, right? When we do light work, it is going to feel graceful because we are always protected and blessed, but sometimes it's not. And that's nothing to be afraid about, because that's only what makes you stronger. That's actually what helps you to grow as a light worker and even fortify your confidence and your leadership skills. Knowing that you have to continue to show up no matter what challenges come your way, no matter what steps in front of you trying to block you from showing up or doing what you're meant to be doing, because in your heart you know what you're meant to be doing, right? And chances are that whomever or whatever situation is trying to block you and your mission, chances are it either A, doesn't belong in your life anymore, and that's what you almost need to kind of like cut away from, right? Or that's just something that you don't want to kind of mix your energy with, right? If that's not something that's part of your life. Whatever it is, it doesn't belong with you, right? And that just helps us to see clearly as well which path we're meant to be on. Because I do feel like many people have been almost like at a crossroads about making these major life decisions that have been coming up since last week. And usually when we're at a crossroads, it's usually between two decisions, right? Two people, two situations, two options, right? Usually it's not three or more, because that's just not really how major life decisions work. And I feel like this week we're getting clarity about which one's the match for us, right? Whatever it is, whether it's a job, a career, a person, a relationship, a lifestyle, maybe a place that you're wanting to live, maybe the home that you live in, or maybe a new home that you want to move to. That's a decision between two, right? Whether I stay or go. These are major life decisions and transitions that we're all starting to undergo. And this is just the beginning. Yesterday night, I did do a live on my Instagram page at @Crystal_soul coaching that you really want to watch, because that live, I touched up on a preview of the future and what's ahead of us. And this is literally like just the beginning. We've been preparing for this beginning, and you can just see how much work goes into this, right? Into the light work, into the soul journey. It's not just something that can happen overnight. It takes a lot of time, and then a lot of energy, and then a lot of dedication with that time, right? Using our time wisely. So this is not for just anybody. If you've made it this far, you are special, because you've been able to surpass obstacles. You've been able to withstand distractions, temptations, trying to take you off your truth, your path, your mission, and yet you still here showing up, making it, and even ready for more, right? Because now you're stronger than ever. And that's the beauty of challenges, right? That it's difficult in that moment, but eventually we're able to surpass that challenge and almost like level up. That challenge is like kindergarten, and then we're given new challenges that are more advanced because we are able to handle it. And that's where we're at right now. We are being leveled up, and we're able to handle so much more than we thought possible, right? So yeah, this is definitely just a week to take it easy. Focus on the task ahead of you, what you're meant to be doing. Continue to show up to these responsibilities for the mission, and also that much more, right? Whatever new things you've been given to do by God, projects that have probably taken almost like a back burner, you're really needing to now put your focus on that and make sure that that also gets accomplished, gets done for the day, for the week. And that's, I feel like, just what the energy is about. Stay in your peace. Definitely, your Zen mindset is what's going to help you to stay sane with all of these tasks that we're given. We're all going to be very busy this week, and that's okay, right? It's okay to be busy, whether you're single or in a relationship, right? Your spiritual partner, your power couple. even when you enter these spiritual love partnerships, it is going to be busy as well, because remember that these spiritual partnerships are for the mission first, right? So know this, and know that God will give you that time to also have fun, enjoy life, and kind of like wind down, right? That's what this weekend's been about. And I feel like we've been getting a break last week. I got a lot of a break because I had family events to attend to, which ended up being like social gatherings, and we went out like Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday night I was gonna go out, but I decided to do my live first. And then it got late and I was just so tired. I really needed some time to myself. So I stayed in on Saturday, but it was really amazing because I recharged. I just took it easy, watched some nice films, and I woke up early. I was able to wake up early today on Sunday because I knew that, of course, this is a Sunday ritual for me to always show up to these dailies. And there's more invitations that I've been invited to, but some of them I've had to decline, and that's okay as well. God is saying, because we can only give so much energy, so much of ourselves, right? And we can't leave the mission for last. That's where we almost like need to sacrifice a little bit for the mission, and God sees that. God sees your sacrifice, and I know that it might not seem fair to those people around you, but there will be other times when it might be even a more perfect moment. Trust me, because last night I was gonna go out, but then the people that I was gonna go out with, which is my family, then it was like they came back, and it was almost like, thank God I didn't go, because it was like gonna be just too much. When you just get out of hand, like too much of a good thing can sometimes then become a bad thing, almost like a draining feeling. And you definitely don't want to energetically drain yourself this week specifically, because most of our energy is needing to be focused towards the mission. So know how to prioritize. That's what's going to help you to set healthy, clear boundaries with those around you who might or might not understand your mission. But regardless, even with just other areas of our life, maybe it's like work situations, maybe your mission maybe is like a side project at these times, and this is the time this week that you're needing to prioritize this side project, which is your mission, because you've been leaving it for last and it's now like screaming for attention. All right, so definitely don't miss out on your mission this week. And remember also, many of us have many missions, but we are needing to prioritize certain missions this week that are more important because it's time sensitive. That's the key here. Time sensitive material needs to be definitely taken a look at this week. So I feel like that's the collective energy, the intuitive message that I'm getting for spiritual guidance this week. And of course, make sure to watch your daily morning spiritual guidance. Every morning they are posted, so don't miss out on this great vibes to start your day right with your morning coffee or your breakfast, whatever it is, but before you start your day. So thank you all for watching today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste.